In results section, again the format is same, that you have to use tiny Romans 12 and normal format like justified format. Here they have mentioned some of the things very clearly, that describe the result succinctly and clearly, very clearly. Whatever is your result, don't make it ambiguous. Don't use AI language, very complex one. Use simple your own words languages. In case of the qualitative study, you should need to share your research findings, and like yours is a qualitative, means that yes, you have to mention which gene, which mutation, which location. This is called the qualitative study, that yours. It's not quantitative. You are not gonna do some stats on it. It's not quantitative study. So yes, you have to mention which gene, which location, which position, which amino acid, or which base is changed into which thing. Okay, whatever the type of the mutation, everything that is there in your result, you have to elaborate it. And you need to substitute your argument with the data in the form of the codes. Means what, don't just give the figures, you have to describe what does it mean. Okay, findings that are presented in the form of the tables and figures may be described in words as and when needed. So whenever we are writing the results, suppose if you are giving the table of medical history data, okay, so whatever is given in the table, you don't need to copy paste in the paragraph. Like they have also mentioned here that you can describe in the words, otherwise avoid verbosity and try to be concise and to the point as much as possible. Give the given data in the figure tables form and explain it. Do not just repeat in the form of the paragraph. Do not, whatever is written there, do not just copy paste it. You can rephrase it. Suppose some of the facial features or physical features, if you are writing, you can mention that this family is having this small stature. You don't need to mention height. Suppose 50 centimeter, you will mention that there is a small head circumference with this shape, and the height is small, short, big. Mental retardation status is mild to moderate because it is having this like clinical features, this milestones. Okay, so you have to describe, change your wordings, describe the results. In table and figure, you will give like number wise, for word to word you describe, but in the description you have to elaborately mention what does it mean. If it is written mandibular jaw, what does it mean? You can mention it a small detail that the jaw is a bit hanging out, it's like mandibular jaw or something like this. Okay, so this is what they have mentioned. Now comes to what you should mention in your result. You have to start with the family enrollment, that you have to mention this is whatever is your family number, you have to mention this is the family name, this has been enrolled from this area, this is the caste, ethnicity, how many siblings, how many persons in the family. Then you have to give the pedigree of the family with no name, only the identifiers. Okay, and it should be very clear picture of the pedigree, very clear jpt file that you are putting in the thesis with no name. Okay, and yes, you can mention that this family is having like how many generations, in which generation they are affected person, and you have to mention the number of, like this individual number 4 4, individual number 4 6, this is an affected individual in the family, and having these features, and the parents are they cousin marriage or not. You have to mention this is a consanguineous family or not a consanguineous family. Or if there is any other related disease which was found in the family, you can mention it. Then you have to mm, detail about the medical history of the family that you have taken. Okay, that this family have this features. Mention it in detail. Give the pictures of the patients, and number the pictures as well. Okay, number each figure as well. If you are giving the table, mention the table number. One more thing, when you are writing the thesis, if you're writing, suppose if this is a description and you're writing this has been description, and here in the bracket you will mention as mentioned in the table number 2.1. So you have to give in the bracket that where this figure is, because if you are putting the figure before or after that, you have to mention whatever figures, whatever tables are in the thesis, you have to mention within text. This is called within text. This is a paragraph. So within text, wherever that table is connected, you have to mention in those paragraph that this is as mentioned in the table, this as mentioned in the figure, this. You have to give the number here. Okay, so yeah, after this you have to give the NGS data. Whatever is NGS data, you have to describe it. You can give the UCSC picture, go to search on the UCSC. You can connect to the gene card, take data. A lot of data will be there on the gene card, so you can collect data from the gene card about the particular gene that you are given. So from there you can search a lot of information about the gene, play with the gene. Okay, find more and more information about the gene, and you can mention it in your thesis. And yes, at the end of the result, you have to, after giving the NGS data, then you have to correlate. If there is any bioinformatic result, then you can mention it. If it's not, no problem. If there is segregation analysis, mean Sanger sequencing result, then you can mention the Sanger sequencing result. If not, no problem. Just skip it. At the end, you must mention the phenotype genotype correlation. Okay, the last heading you should be genotype phenotype correlation. Then in that heading, you must mention that what is your family's phenotype, whatever is the genotype of the gene which is already present in the gene card. Okay, gene card or on the omen, whatever information is there, you have to correlate that in omen this gene was already published in somewhere, whatever the country in the world is mentioned. So you can check the data from there. Here in the result you are not mentioning from which references. In result you will just mention, suppose if your gene SACR and it has ataxia kind of feature, so you can mention that this in this family whatever PK07 is presenting the ataxia kind of the feature, which is also, this is same as by the gene SACR published earlier. Okay, so here you're not going to give the reference of the phenotype which is already mentioned. So this is about the result. Okay,